Hello friends, welcome to the channel. In this video we are going to see how you can set up your source database in a local laptop. As you know, the ETL stands for extract, transform and load. The very first thing in the ETL process is your source database, and we want to set that up in your local laptop. First thing is we'll set up the source database, then in next video we'll set up the staging database, and the next one we'll set up the target database. Then we'll do some transformation logic and see how all of it hang together. In this video we'll focus only on source database. So we can do that in simple 5 steps. Just install Docker, download the latest MySQL server, populate the source data, which is your DDLs, data definition languages like your table definition and schema definition. Then connect one of your DB clients, DataGrip or DBeaver. Then verify the tables and records. It's all available or not. Then we are done. Okay. So let's jump to the ID. You can set this up in any ID, whether it's VS Code or PyCharm. So I'm using PyCharm. So let's see how the things are done. So let's close this. So you see I have ETL project here. I have source database, staging database and target database. And we'll cover all these things in separate videos. So for this video, we'll keep it short and only set up the source database. The source database can be Postgres or MySQL. So we'll see how to set up MySQL server. Okay. So for the first thing you need is Docker. Whether you are using a Windows system or Mac OS, go and install Docker Desktop, which in turn behind the scene installs the Docker daemon for you. Okay. As soon as you are done, go to any terminal and type docker ps. You see the container ID, image, command created, status, ports, names, all these are displayed, and there will be no entries behind because nothing is running as of now. We have not set up anything. Now create a docker compose.yaml file underscore under MySQL folder and copy paste this content. So let me take you through what it contains. So this is the version of the Docker Compose. In the services, you have just one service, which is MySQL. Image is the Docker image, and the latest version, as of now, it is MySQL 8. Container name, any unique name you can give. You can give underscore 123, it doesn't matter, but we have given MySQL underscore source DB, which is meaningful name. Restart is always. That means if the SQL server crashes or something happens, the container will restart automatically. Then we have the environment variables. These are very important sections. These things are required to connect to this database server and do the inspections. So you have the root password, then MySQL database, which is the name is source database. You can give any name here, my database or MySQL server, like that, or your project name, you can give that. Then the username, I have given this as source user. You can give user 123. Password, source pass, you can give pass 123, something like that. Then the port section, also important. See, inside the Docker container, MySQL always comes up, as a rule, it comes up and listens to 3306 port. But when you connect your database client, you have to map that port to outside port, which is, you can make it as 3306 as well, but not to confuse with or not to conflict with other ports. I have put it as 33060, just amended 0 here. Okay. If you want to run another instance of MySQL server, you can put that, you can map the port as 33061. Okay, and the volumes, we'll get into that in just in a couple of minutes. We'll see that. Okay, so your step number 1 is done. So we have installed Docker and we have downloaded the MySQL, which is the version 8. So we have done step number 2 as well. Whatever the version latest, you put that here, it will automatically download. We'll see how it does behind the scene. And the next step is populate the source data, which is nothing but your table definitions and schema definitions and the views, triggers, whatever the database objects. But we'll keep it simple. And you see there is a folder here, MySQL init scripts here. So there is initial script here. We are simply creating a customer entity and online order entity. Entity has bunch of fields here, bunch of fields, and one of the field here is primary key, and every order is associated with a customer. Somebody has ordered, right? So a customer has placed an order. So that is a foreign key here. Okay, so it is very basic. So we have our DDLs ready here. These are called DDLs. Okay. Now once this, so Docker will execute the file which will create the entities. Okay. Now the next one is you go and insert the data into customer and online order entities. So because these two files are here and it is sequentially named, you see 00, then 10.0, then if I want to put another file, I can make that as 20 underscore something. It has to be sequentially, so it picks this one first, this one next. Okay, so first it creates the entities, then it inserts the records. All this we are assuming this Docker Compose is going to do. How it's going to do? So the volume is mounted here, you see, MySQL init scripts and the Docker entry point. In that, it understands that it has to go to this folder and picks the scripts. Then as soon as it is done, or whatever the output, it goes and puts into the .logs folder. So it gets here and puts those, the warnings and the info logs. Okay. So now we are done with step number 3. Now let's execute this command. So to execute this, you have to go to this MySQL folder here. Okay, where basically under which your Docker compose.yaml file is there. Okay, so ls -l if you do, yeah, here. So you have the Docker compose file here. Okay. Now the command is very simple. You write docker dash compose -f is for file name. Then you type the YAML file db underscore compose.yml. YML is nothing but YAML file, YAML file, but we keep it as a convention, we name it as YML. Then you type up and you can enter here. It will display everything in the command line. But if you do -d, it runs in a daemon mode. That means you exit from the command prompt, but behind the scene it will be running and doing its job. Okay. So let's hit it. It will show the things and it will come out. Okay. You see, it has started the things and it has come out. It's not hanging anymore here. But you can see the process, what it did. To do that, Docker is nothing but a Docker daemon, then PS. PS stands for show the processes. Okay, here. Let me clear this. Docker PS. See here, it's saying MySQL version 8 is running and it has assigned a container ID and name, it has given the name as we have chosen here. See, MySQL DB is given, and the port, it is mapped to 33060 on our local laptop, and inside the container it is running listening to 3306. Okay, so now we are done step number 4, and we have to connect DB client and verify the records. That is step number 5. 4 and 5 we can do in a single step here. You go to any of your client. Now to connect it, let's go to the connection properties. Here our host is localhost, and user is nothing but source user. Type it here, and the password, type the source pass, and database is nothing but your source DB, and URL automatically populates, and you can do a test connection here. Yes, succeed. See, so it has connected. If you are doing it the first time, you just go to this plus symbol, then data source, and put MySQL server, and everything will be blank. You just put those details there, test the connection. Only then you save this. Okay, now it is connected. Now let's see in source DB. And do a refresh here. It's showing 2 tables. Yeah, it's showing 2 tables. Okay, and it has those columns what we expect. Okay, but for the sake of sanity, let's go for verification by firing some SQL statements. Okay, so right click on the source database and go to query console. Then here, as you type, select start from, it's suggesting customer. You should have 2 records here. Now the another one, select start from, online order, you have 2 records here. Now you can simplify the join statement also. Select start from customer CC, online order OL, where cc dot id equal to OL dot customer ID. So it will pick everything. Okay, and if you want to see only customer and OL dot customer ID, customer number 1, what all things he has ordered, you can filter it. Yes, see, he has ordered only laptop. So that means everything works fine as expected. Okay, so just to recap, so we set up source database. Next video you will see how to set up staging database and how to replicate, extract the things from source to staging, then how to run transformation and how to load and target. So logically we'll see one by one in 3 separate videos. Okay, so subscribe to the channel and see how the next stage is done. Let's just recap. So we installed Docker and set it up, and we did the setup on our Windows or Mac OS by checking docker space ps. Okay, whether it's running or not. Then we downloaded the latest MySQL server. Then we populated the source data, first DDL, then insert the records. Then we connected the DB client. Then we verified by firing SQL queries. Okay friends, don't forget to join the monthly free webinars where you can ask your testing challenges and questions in our Q&A session, and also you can see how ETL is practiced and ETL testings are done in real life and practical projects. Thank you very much for watching.